And now let's talk about changing between the different prefixes that we might want to use. So what do I mean by that? So if we've got 1 milliliter, I've just told you that's 1,000 times bigger than 1 microliter. So to get from 1 milliliter to 1 microliter, we divide by 1,000. So we've got bigger volumes over here and smaller volumes. I'm using litres just because it's easier to imagine maybe than some other units we could have. So 1 microliter and 1,000 times bigger than that is 1 milliliter, going the other way. And the same thing here. So if we divide 1 microliter by 1,000, we get 1 nanoliter. And if we times 1 nanoliter by 1,000, we get 1 microliter. And same thing over here, so we've got a picoliter, which is 1,000 times smaller than a nanoliter, and a nanoliter, which is 1,000 times bigger than a picoliter. So now let's think about an example. So how about 5 microliters being equal to 5,000 nanoliters? So we could do that just using these arrows here, but if we think about it, then 5 times 10 to the minus 6 liters is equal to, so we have to multiply by 10 to the minus 3 here, and so we have to multiply by 10 to the plus 3 here to make the whole thing still be worth the same amount. So that gives us 5 times 10 to the 3 nanoliters, or 5,000 nanoliters. So what do you do? So first of all, decide on the prefix you want. And you can split up the exponent. So factorize the exponent to give that. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. And then you can alter your coefficient accordingly. So this is kind of the splitting stage, and this is the coefficient altering stage. So let me just show you an example and you'll see what I mean. So let's imagine we've got 8 times 10 to the minus 10 grams, and I want to know how much it is in nanograms, in micrograms, in milligrams, and in picograms. So let's just do the nanograms first. So it's equal to 8 so we need to split. So if we've got 10 to the minus 10 and we want 10 to the minus 9 because that's what we need for the nano, then we also need to add a part, put that in blue, it's 10 to the minus 1 because minus 1 minus 9 gives us minus 10, and then we group these guys together, so that gives us 0.8 nanograms. So then same story here, so this is 8. So here we want 10 to the minus 6, and then what's left over is 10 to the minus 4, because 10 minus 4 minus 6 gives us minus 10, so that gives us 8 to the minus 4 micrograms, or 0.0008 micrograms. Milligrams, 8 times 10 to the minus 3. So what's left over? Minus 7. Minus 7 minus 3 gives us minus 10. So that's 8 times 10 to the minus 7 milligrams. And then picograms. This is slightly more complicated. So we've got 8 times 10 to the minus 12 is picograms. So then how do we get from minus 12 to minus 10? So that's plus 2. Plus 2 minus 12 gives us minus 10. So that is 800 picograms. And so all these are equivalent expressions. Alright, so here's two different things you can do that I've shown you. You can either split your power of 10 into two different parts to give you the number you want, or you can multiply by a power of 10 and then also by its kind of opposite power of 10 to give you the power of 10 you want to correspond to your prefix.